I'm Karen Lebo, and this is the start of my new vintage reseller vlog. Yay! I do this every week. I just show you what I've listed and what I've sold, and sometimes other things that are going on in my life. Since we're kind of in coronavirus lockdown, there's not a whole lot else going on in my life right now. But we'll try to keep our spirits up, and I will show you what I listed over the weekend. Okay, we'll start with this Carlton Ware Art Deco hand-painted candlestick. This mark dates it to 1906 to 1927, I think, and given the pattern is probably 1920s. It's a single candlestick, great for boho decor, and I listed that for $27. And all of my prices are free U.S. shipping and discounted international shipping, or sometimes heavy items are calculated international shipping. But anyway, that's all the items I'm currently listing. I may still have some in my shop that are not free shipping, so I haven't converted everything over. Listed this lovely sterling silver bright cut engraved bracelet, octagon shaped. It's a hinged bangle. I had to replace the safety chain. I think the safety chain, I don't know whether it's silver or not. Kind of looks silver, but I don't know. Anyway, that bracelet I listed for $59. Listed this, it's either Mayan or Aztec warrior made in Mexico carving. This is black onyx. I wanted to learn the difference between onyx and obsidian, because obsidian is a black glass-like, well, it's volcanic glass that's also found in many Mexican carvings and jewelry and things. And what I learned was that if it has bands in it, it is onyx and not obsidian. And this does have some kind of, they're really beautiful, iridescent, kind of silvery gray, subtle stripes in it. So you can see some on the left side here too. Anyway, this little dude, I listed him for $32, and I have another one, a companion piece to this that I'm going to list today, I hope. And then lastly, this set of beads that are all completely handmade, handmade links with copper wire, and all little handmade glass beads. I think this is probably pretty old. It's a really, really long necklace. It doesn't have a clasp. You loop it over your head, but you can loop it twice around your head. And that I listed for $32. And here's what I'm shipping off today. This is a little Coalport bone china from England in the Golden Melody pattern. It's a beautiful little hand-painted leaf edge. Little, I don't know, toothpick holder, or I've seen it called a demi-tasse cup. Doesn't have a handle though. That sold for $19. And this pretty little micro mosaic brooch sold to one of my regular customers, and that sold for $28. Oops, where'd it go? $28. This is a nice one. Really tiny, tiny little pieces. It's Tuesday morning, and still hanging tough here. Sales are very slow, but that's to be expected. I think people are they're very distracted and worried, and probably being cautious with their money. So I do have one order to show you, but I'm gonna, focus on doing what I can. I'll get listings done and maybe do some artwork. We're doing a lot of work with the yard and that sort of thing, fixing fences and just trying to stay positive. So anyway, here is what I listed yesterday. So here's the second of my carved onyx Mexican figures. This one's a little bit bigger than the other one. Ooh, he looks mad. But I kept him at the same price, $32. This is a Coro confetti lucite necklace, which I made a repair to. One of the lucite stones was missing, so I just removed that link. It's still plenty big enough. You can't really, unless you know how many links are supposed to be there, you would never know that it's been repaired. It does have some wear to the gold finish also, so I kept the price on this one pretty low. Let's see, I priced it at $21. I didn't pay much for it. Then this is the Goldette Victorian style watch slide. Well, faux watch slide bracelet. It's not really watch slide. It's just little different beads, different links. They're all different. I like the bee. I think that's a popular one. And it's a crown and a flower and a little cameo. I did replace some stones in this one. And I touched it up a bit with the gold leaf pen, which I think made it look pretty nice. And that one I have at $32. And then lastly we have this giant carved bone scarab. This thing is enormous. I couldn't find any really like this anywhere. I wasn't sure what to price it at, but I priced it at $39. And this is the single item that I sold yesterday. It is a Santa Barbara ceramic design art pottery plate, hand painted. It's very, very pretty. There's the mark on it. And that sold for $45. Hi, so we got another citation from the city. Well, a warning that we will get a citation if we don't take care of a few maintenance things around our house. So we're doing new pickets on our fence, and this is my job today, is to paint the pickets. So here I am. It's a beautiful day for it. Oh, and that's what Rob did, was he replaced those pickets with redwood. Did a very nice job. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, and surprisingly I had a few sales yesterday. I was thinking things were going to be a little more dead than that, so I'm very excited that maybe, you know, I'm not going to starve to death. Just kidding, I'm not really going to starve to death. You know, I don't mean to make light of, I know there's people in a lot worse positions than me, and my heart goes out to them. It's going to be a tough next couple of months, at least. But trying to stay positive, trying to stay busy. The good news is that with my husband home, he's bored, so he's just doing stuff around the house like crazy. And so we're getting the yard back in shape so the city will get off our backs. I'm not sure why they're after us so bad. I think maybe it's because we have a historic property. Maybe it's because neighbors are complaining. I don't know. You know, if I were a neighbor, I might complain about our house too. We try to keep up with it, but it's pretty hard. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to show you what I what I listed yesterday, and then what I'm shipping off this morning. First up, we have this little Mexican silver. Hear my cat's toy making noise. A Mexican silver poison ring. I was able to, it needed a little repair. The lid wouldn't snap shut, but I just fiddled with it a little, and I got it to work just fine. And this is a Mexican silver, has an eagle mark. It has a maker's mark, but it's because it's on the band, most of it is not actually visible, so I don't actually know who made it, but it's very pretty, and it's got a green stone, and I think the stone might be serpentine, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyway, that listed for $34. And then this is a Tammy Jewels bracelet. I replaced a couple stones, and you know, it's not in the best condition. Like, you can see some glue right there, and a little of the black paint on these little leaves. The black enamel has worn off in places, but it has a very nice look to it. And I listed that for 20. Oh gosh, I just looked at it. 26, 29, something like that. Then I listed this, what is it? Nippon. Hand-painted, beautiful little candy dish. And the mark dates it from 1911 to 1921. And it was only up for a few hours before it got purchased. Yay! So that sold for $39. And then the last thing is another Swarovski figurine. This one is Isadora Magic of Dance. It is 2002, so I could not list it on Etsy, so I put it on eBay, and I priced it at $120, I think, $120 or $125 plus shipping, because it's really heavy. So yeah, I will show you a picture of that, because I'm not going to open the box. It's got 2 boxes in there. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I'm shipping off today. You already saw the Nippon dish. Okay, so I already told you about that. Then one of my, a very faithful customer, but one I haven't heard from for a while, came back and bought a couple of things from me, so that made me happy. She bought this Tibetan silver and lapis lazuli choker necklace, the little dangles on it. Kind of fun. That was $28. And then she also bought the snuff bottle necklace with the little agate top, and that was also $28. And then I sold this Mexican tile with a sweet little bird on it, and that was $23. And then lastly, I sold this table runner, which is Japanese silk woven, really beautiful. I will slip in a quick little picture so you can see what it looks like. And sorry, lost my batteries, ran out of juice. Almost got the whole video finished. This sold for $28. This is what I'm working on today. All this crazy overgrown grass. This is the only part of my yard that's really looking pretty good in terms of the landscaping, if you want to call it that. Good morning. It's Friday morning. My hair is wet, not greasy. End of another week. I can't say it's been the most productive week of my life. I guess I'm a little bit, I don't know, a little bit down because of the whole corona thing. Makes me sad, I'm trying not to be fearful. I'm trying to live as normally as I can, but I don't know. I only got 3 listings done yesterday. Despite all this, I have had a few good sales in the past couple of days, so at least I have that. That's good. So, yeah, I guess I'll show you what I listed yesterday. Okay, so if you saw my haul video, which may or may not be up, saw that I bought these carved bone rose beads. They were still on their original string. They weren't made into a necklace, so I made them into a necklace. Just very simply. And I listed that for $29, I think. And then this is an old Coro enamel brooch of more lilacs, and that I listed for $32, and it has already sold, along with the other lilac brooch that I listed recently. It's funny. One I got at the flea market, one came from my sister-in-law, all in the same week. I don't know that I've ever had a lilac brooch before, and then I got 2 in 1 week. But anyway, and then the last thing I listed, I only listed 3 things yesterday, was another Swarovski Magic of Dance Antonio, not vintage, so that is listed on eBay, and I listed that for $89 plus shipping. So we'll see. I think this is the second one of these exact ones that I've listed, and the prices have dropped even in the last few months, because there's just like, I don't know, there's a lot of them. I guess this was a really popular series, so there's a lot of them on the market. Okay, so we sold this grouping of jewelry to one person in Hong Kong, which is kind of fun. These 2 were sold together for $24, little hummingbird brooches. This lilac brooch, I believe this one is not signed. And that one sold for 21. I think I kept the price on that one pretty low because there's a bit of enamel loss. I don't know. And then this one I mentioned sold for 32. This is the old Coro brooch. These are probably both 1940s. Then this Goldette bracelet. And that one sold for, oh crud, I've forgotten again, 32. And then this sterling silver little Gorham picture frame, probably from around the 1950s. And that sold for 68.